George shows up for a job interview. The hiring manager, soon to be George's boss, is happy with George and told him that he wants him to have the job. But just as he was about to finish his sentence and offer him the role, the phone rang, and that was the end of the interview. So George doesn't actually know whether or not he got the job. George consults Jerry, but they don't know what to do. So George decides that he's just going to show up and pretend that he got the job. The next morning, George shows up to the office all dressed up ready to work. He tells the receptionist that it's his first day, and he is looking for his office. They offer him 2 offices, and he chooses the smaller office as he likes it cozy. They give George his first assignment, the Penske file. As George is settling into his office, he is looking for ways to kill time, as he has no clue what needs to be done. One day, as George is playing around in his office, Mr. Penske comes up to see him. They get acquainted, and George is telling him that he has been working on his file, and he is transferring the files into a folder. He asks George where his boss is, and when George told him that he is on vacation, he got upset. He takes a look at the folder and tells George that he is impressed, as it seems like George has put a lot of work into it. He asks George if he would consider working for him directly. But before he could extend an offer to George, he had to leave as his car was being towed. When George's boss is back from vacation the next day, he walks into George's office to find him sleeping and completely out. He told him that he was surprised that George did not take the bigger office, and he should have clarified when he hired him. He asks him for the Penske file to see what he has been up to the whole week. He takes a look and realizes that George has not done anything with the file, and George says it's due to the smaller office. George is not afraid and tells him that Penske is interested in him, packs his stuff and leaves the room.